Fly. After more than 2 years, New Zealand is finally reopening its borders. It's happening, guys. They've made it official in releasing their 5-step plan. This is huge because it's been over 2 years. New Zealand closed their borders back 25th of March 2020, I think was the date. And that short-lived Tasman bubble where they did temporarily open the borders with Australia, but the surge in cases forced them to unfortunately reclose their borders, much to the dismay to New Zealand citizens that have been trapped in Australia and are still there trying to get back into their own country. They put together this 5-step staggered approach. The first step is going to take effect in 5 days. So that's 11:59 p.m., the 27th of February, 2022. This particular step is one that is overdue, and that's allowing New Zealand citizens and its residents to finally be allowed back into their own bloody country. 2 weeks from that date, so that's the 13th of March 2022 at 11:59 p.m. Now this is huge because it's a 5-step plan. We're only on step 2 right now, but travelers with a working holiday visa scheme will be allowed to enter New Zealand. So if you are eligible, whichever country you're applying from, for a working holiday visa, this is the easiest ticket into New Zealand right now. So by the time I post this video, I'm probably gonna post this today, in like 3 weeks, you'll be allowed to fly into New Zealand after more than 2 years of waiting. So in addition to these working holiday visa holders, skilled workers that meet the requirement of the median wage, which is 1.5 times the median wage. I think it's around $27 an hour. Minimum wage in New Zealand is $20. I think median is 25, so it might be around 27, but just fact check that for me. So backpackers, pack your bags. Well, if you're watching this video, you probably already have your visa approved. If you don't, and if you're Canadian, because that's the only experience that I have with a working holiday visa, was applying from Canada and getting my approval within 2-3 days. Apply now. Just do it. So if you could choose a 2-year visa, sign up for that, save yourself the application fees, because you're not going to want to stay for 1 year. You just apply for the 2-year and save yourself the extra application fee. And who knows, you know, like in the case of Ling and myself, a 1-year working holiday in New Zealand turned into 3 years and 3 months. And I mean, I could have never predicted a global pandemic, but it definitely worked in our favor. And if the global pandemic didn't happen, we would have gotten a nice solid 23 months just traveling and working in New Zealand. Step 3 will kick off 1 month following step 2. So that'll be at 11:59 p.m. on the 12th of April 2022. Now it's time for students to come back into New Zealand. So they're allowing up to 5,000 international students for semester 2. Hello, welcome back. Which was good, I guess, for people that live in Auckland, because there was a significant decline in the number of students that were in town, so rent prices went down. But, well, you know, life has to go back to normal at some point. Step 4, this is a bit vague. They said 11:59 p.m. for these other ones, but for step 4, they just wrote by July 2022. This is where I'm kind of speculating. Perhaps they're going to see where things are right now with respect to COVID cases before they jump forward. But this is part of the plan nonetheless. So if you are either Australian, you hold an Australian passport, or if you have a New Zealand passport, you have free, unlimited work rights to travel between the two countries. If you're a Kiwi and you just want to spend the next 10 years in Australia, you could just get on a plane and go there and start working without having to apply for any visa, without having any pre-approved jobs. Same thing works vice versa for Australians coming to New Zealand. The only thing that put a stop to this was that bloody virus. But now, as of July 2022, they're going to be reopening the borders again to all Australians. Whether you have a visa or not, you can cross the Tasman and enter New Zealand to do whatever the hell you want. Okay, and now step 5, the final step, which is from October 2022. All visa categories will reopen, including visitor and student visas. So I know I have a couple of people that are following my channel that have been itching to come to this country. They've expressed it to me that they're planning their trip, don't know when it's gonna happen. If you are either too old for the working holiday or you just wanna come here to visit, October 2022. I hope that that's going to provide a bit of hope for those people that have just been waiting to come down here. New Zealand has always been a country that likes to see what the rest of the world is doing, see how the rest of the world is reacting to the virus, and then make a decision. With Australia opening their borders today. Oh shoot, it was yesterday. So the 21st of February 2022, all visa holders who are fully vaccinated can come to Australia. So Australia just opened their doors completely. If you have a visa, doesn't matter what it is, from a visitor to a working holiday to a skilled worker, the borders are open for you as of the 21st of February. We've definitely been lucky with our stay here in New Zealand, but it's time to let in some fresh working holiday visa holders, some fresh backpackers come in, and then turn that over. The plan was never to stay in New Zealand forever. It did end up being 2 years and 3 months longer than we had originally planned, but you know, that's life. So looking forward to seeing what happens, and I can't wait for the borders to reopen so that people can finally see and experience everything that I talk about on this channel with their very own eyes. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next vlog.